Have you ever found yourself questioning why someone left your life, especially when they felt like a cornerstone of your stability? It can feel like a seismic shock, shattering the solid ground you worked so hard to build and leaving you in a whirlwind of unanswered questions. Take a moment, Taurus, and breathe deeply. What I'm about to share will completely shift your perspective on this situation that has kept you up at night. This separation wasn't a mere accident or a stroke of bad luck. No, it was a deliberate act of the universe, crafted to protect you from something you couldn't yet see. More importantly, it's making space for something far more solid and deserving that's on its way to you. Have you sensed, deep down, that while this hurt, there was something inherently unstable about the situation? It's as if a part of you knew it wasn't sustainable, yet your mind, with its trademark loyalty and stubbornness, insisted on ignoring those signs. That intuitive voice you tried to silence. It was absolutely correct. The universe simply sped up a process that needed to unfold, whether you recognized it or not. Right now, you might feel rejected or abandoned, grappling with a profound sense of insecurity. You may be replaying every conversation, searching for clues about where the cracks first appeared. But I urge you to shift your viewpoint. Instead of viewing this separation as a loss, see it for what it truly is: divine intervention. As a Taurus, you were born to build, to enjoy peace, and to create a life of security and comfort. Yet, sometimes, people or situations enter our lives, and without us realizing, they begin to erode that foundation of peace. Not out of malice, but simply because they don't resonate with your grounded energy. They introduce chaos and instability, forcing you to constantly shore up a crumbling facade and making you doubt your own core values. This is why a higher power intervened, removing this source of disruption from your life. It's a cosmic nudge, ensuring you couldn't continue clinging to or trying to fix something that was fundamentally flawed. Your steadfast loyalty is a beautiful trait, but sometimes it keeps you in situations long past their expiration date. The universe knew you wouldn't leave on your own, so it acted on your behalf. Why? Because you are on the brink of entering a new phase in your life, one that requires your absolute peace and grounded energy. You cannot afford to have stormbringers in your orbit. Something significant is about to unfold, an opportunity to build a truly solid foundation in your finances, career, or love life, and it demands you to be at your best, calm, confident, and focused. If this person or situation was still around, you wouldn't be able to tap into your full potential. It would be like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation, possible, but exhausting, and the result would never be truly secure. The separation you're experiencing is designed to free up energy that was being wasted on worry, damage control, and maintaining a false sense of calm. It allows you to channel it into what truly matters: your growth, your security, and your happiness. In the coming weeks, you'll notice a remarkable shift. You'll feel more peaceful, your mind will be clearer, and your focus on your practical goals will sharpen. It's as if an invisible weight you didn't even know you were carrying has been lifted. You will awaken one day and realize you're no longer spending hours ruminating over unfixable problems, trying to decode confusing behaviors, or struggling to maintain something that clearly wasn't meant to last. Have you felt that subtle sense of relief growing within you? Despite the initial pain, it's as if a constant, low-grade anxiety you'd grown accustomed to has finally been released. Here's a fundamental truth: this withdrawal didn't occur because you weren't enough. It happened because your peace was too precious for that situation. Your grounded energy was too valuable, your need for stability too profound to fit into that chaotic space. As a Taurus, you thrive in environments that provide a sense of security and appreciation, not ones that constantly disrupt it. You need relationships that help you build, not ones that make you feel like you're always on shaky ground. The person or situation that distanced themselves from you clearly didn't offer that. In fact, consciously or unconsciously, they were limiting your potential, making you accept instability as your new normal. Think about it. How often did you sacrifice your own peace to deal with their drama? How many times did you put your practical plans on hold to solve crises that weren't yours? How often did you suppress your need for consistency and clarity to avoid conflict? A true Taurus should never have to live in a state of anxiety. You shouldn't feel the need to abandon your core need for peace just to keep someone around. When you began to make those compromises, the universe stepped in. Witnessing a Taurus lose their footing is one of the saddest sights, and the higher powers won't allow it to continue for long. Do you recall the last time you felt truly secure and at ease, without waiting for the other shoe to drop? The universe recognized this and acted not out of anger or cruelty, but from a place of love, like a gardener removing weeds to protect a prized flower. Sometimes true love manifests through removal, through distance, and through separation, even when it brings temporary pain. The pain of losing something that wasn't right for you is far less than the agony of wasting years in a situation that erodes your inner peace. You are being safeguarded from a future where you might become an anxious, unsettled version of yourself, where your solid plans would slowly crumble and your sense of security would erode drop by drop until you forgot what genuine stability feels like. That fate has been averted through this removal, which, though it may seem cruel now, is actually the greatest act of cosmic care you could receive. When you look back, can you identify times when you felt compelled to abandon your comfort zone just to maintain peace in that relationship? Now, here's the pivotal part. Everything is about to change. And when I say everything, I mean every aspect of your life, your perspective on relationships, your priorities, your self-worth, your ambitions, and how you build your life. It's as if you're being invited to remember who you truly are after a period of forgetfulness. You'll rediscover dormant comforts, practical talents, and aspects of your personality that were suppressed. You'll start to set higher standards for yourself and for the people you allow into your peaceful space. Most importantly, you will cultivate an unshakable trust in the wisdom of the universe. You'll begin to attract entirely different people, those who admire your consistency instead of disrupting it, who want to build with you instead of tearing things down, and who want to grow alongside you instead of dragging you into chaos. This isn't a coincidence. When we shift our internal frequency, we automatically change the energy we radiate and, consequently, the energy we attract. This forced separation was essential to break a pattern you hadn't realized you were creating, a pattern of accepting instability in exchange for familiarity. Now that this cycle has been interrupted, you have a unique opportunity to forge new patterns that align with your true self. Are you ready to elevate your standards and never again trade your peace for emotional scraps? Over the next few weeks, you'll start noticing clear signs that this withdrawal was indeed the right move. Information about this person or situation will come to light, perhaps through friends or indirectly, that will confirm your intuition was correct. Something wasn't right. You may uncover hidden behaviors, or realize that the issues were more significant than you suspected, confirming that the universe acted at the perfect time to protect you. Have you ever questioned whether you really knew this person as well as you thought? Here's the exciting part: the space left in your life won't remain empty for long. Nature abhors a vacuum. And when we remove something that no longer serves our greater good, we create space for something that does. For you, Taurus, that something will be extraordinarily stable. It could be a new person who enters your life and finally gives you the security and appreciation you deserve. It might be a professional opportunity you can build on solid ground, one that was blocked because you were too emotionally entangled in unnecessary drama. It could be a self-discovery that leads to a complete transformation in how you live. Or, as is often the case for a Taurus after a universe-planned breakup, it could be a combination of all these things. I can assure you, it will be something truly aligned with your most authentic self. There will be no need to pretend, conform, or compromise your core values. It will be something or someone that celebrates the very qualities the previous situation criticized or tried to change in you. Your consistency will be seen as strength, not boredom. Your loyalty will be cherished, not exploited. Your love for comfort and pleasure will be shared, not judged as laziness. Your long-term plans will be supported, not ridiculed. Your need for security will be understood and met, not dismissed as neediness. This is the standard the universe is establishing for your life moving forward. It was essential to remove everything that didn't meet this standard. During this transition, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions, relief on one hand, sadness on the other. Allow yourself to feel it all without judgment. But don't get lost in mourning. Don't turn a necessary stop into a permanent station. You're a Taurus, and you are made to stand firm again, rebuild your empire, and become even more grounded after adversity. Some days will be tougher than others. You might feel the urge to reach out, to return to what's familiar. Resist those urges not out of pride, but because you deserve true peace. If someone could walk away from you so easily, it's because they didn't fully grasp what they were losing. People who cannot see the value of the sanctuary you provide don't deserve access to it. The universe is protecting you from belittling yourself, from compromising your dignity by chasing after someone who clearly didn't know how to value you. You are far too valuable for that. It's time to start acting like someone who genuinely believes in their own worth. Do you have the courage to honor your own need for peace, even if it means accepting that some people couldn't recognize it? Use this time to reconnect with yourself. Revisit your dreams, your practical goals, your passions. What projects have you abandoned? What hobbies that ground you, like gardening, cooking, or creating with your hands, have you neglected? What opportunities have you let slip by because you were too focused on making something incompatible work? Now is the time to reclaim all of that. The universe has cleared your emotional agenda precisely so you can have the mental and energetic space to rebuild your life as you've always dreamed it would be. Get back to doing things that genuinely bring you comfort and joy. Spend time nurturing yourself, your health, your skills, your environment. You'll soon realize there are many more people around you who appreciate you than you thought. You were just too focused on the wrong person to notice. And don't forget, Taurus, you carry within you an innate strength and endurance to overcome any adversity and emerge even more solid. This isn't the first challenge you faced, and it certainly won't be the last. Each time you navigate a tough situation, you prove to yourself that you can weather any storm. This breakup isn't your end. It's your restructuring. It's not your defeat. It's your preparation for building something even greater. A Taurus has a unique ability to find their footing after turmoil. It's as if you have an inner regenerative force that not only helps you bounce back, but also emerge more grounded than before. This time will be no different. In fact, it will be even more spectacular because you now possess more experience, more wisdom, and a clearer understanding of what you truly want. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from a much higher, more stable ground than where you were when this all began. Do you trust your ability to turn any ending into an even more promising new beginning? You'll find that your tolerance for unnecessary drama and energy-draining people will diminish. This isn't about becoming more difficult. It's about developing healthy boundaries and learning to protect your peace of mind. A Taurus who values their own energy is an unstoppable force. Taurus, you are being prepared for something greater than you can imagine right now. The separation that caused you so much pain was merely the first step on a journey leading you to a life of unshakable peace and abundance. The universe doesn't remove anything from our lives without having something infinitely better to replace it. And in your case, that extraordinary something is closer than you think. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep being the magnificent, grounded Taurus you were born to be. Your story is far from over. In fact, the most secure and rewarding chapters are just beginning to unfold. Are you ready to uncover what the universe has in store for you? Share in the comments if you've gone through a separation that initially felt devastating, but is now starting to make sense. Your story might be the inspiration another Taurus needs to keep going. Subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you won't miss the next guidance on navigating this transformative period. Remember, you didn't stumble upon this video by chance. You were guided here because your soul knew you needed these words at this moment. The best is yet to come.